Hey everybody, this is SimplyTravis with GameWitness, and we're here to talk about Super Smash Brothers. Before we get started, I'd like to put a special thanks out to the producer, well, I'm calling her the producer, and creator of the podcast idea tonight, Karkashan. She came up with this, and I'll be jumping in for her tonight with various questions and answers. Now, before we get started, I'd like to everybody to kind of introduce themselves into the chat and let us know how you got involved with GW in the first place. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the newest member, I guess, out of the group of us that are in here. Dandera, how'd you find us?
I found you on Twitter. I was just scrolling one day and I saw a Discord link that said, "We play Splatoon." And I was like, yeah, I'm down for that. And like a year and a half later, I'm still here.
Awesome. So we haven't ran you off yet. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we might have somebody call in a little bit later. Matavelli might be jumping in. But right now, Jug, how long you've been like with GW since before it was GW also, huh?
Yeah, that's correct. It came from the motherland, Nintendo enthusiast. So the other motherland, IGN, right? So it's just this long lineage of gaming websites and message forums and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
And starting the Discord channel. So that's where we're at.
Awesome. And Karkashan, she's been a Nintendo fan since she was 5, she said, and played Mega Man 5 for the first time and just got hooked. She joined T&E back in 2014, so that was before I was around too. And she's been part of the GW Discord since it began. Myself, I have been here since it started with GW. I was a late comer into T&E, I guess after y'all had really started getting things running out there. So I'm not quite as old as Jug and Kark, but I'm not as new as Dandera. All right, guys. So before we get started, officially, what was your first Smash Brothers game? Like, what did y'all cut your teeth in?
My first parlay into Smash was Brawl. I had a GameCube, but just never had the Melee disc. But I remember a lot of my childhood was with Brawl back in those days, and I think I remember I played a lot of Meta Knight, but I was still bad, so nobody got that mad at me for it.
Okay, what about you, Juke?
Yeah,
or Wagos?
I started with 64.
I started out the old days too.
Yeah, I didn't even have a 64. It was my cousin. He had it. We were visiting.
Oh, really?
And he rented it. We knew it was out because I used to read, Nintendo Power and stuff like that, the Mexican version anyway, religiously.
Gotcha.
Go about it. He rented it. It was great.
I remember. Do you remember the commercial?
Hell yeah.
Like the original Smash Brothers commercial was amazing. Like it blew my mind that something like that could exist, and where you have the happy little Nintendo characters. If you've never watched it,
me and you, and you
yeah.
and me. Yeah.
So happy together, and then they just start beating each other to death. It's good times.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Honestly, even when I saw it as a kid, I thought this is the greatest commercial.
Yeah. So back in the day when you started, he said Dandera said that he started with Meta Knight in Brawl. I was like a big Kirby fan back in the original 64 version. Who did you play as? Wagos.
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
Back in the 64, I think I was mostly a Link player. That's what I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting. With all the characters, all that stuff, but Link was my main, I think.
Gotcha. Okay, so Smash is coming out here. It's Tuesday. Out here when we're recording. It comes out this Friday. So what are y'all actually looking for in the new Smash? Like, what are you excited about?
I'm excited for my characters to be viable in tournament.
Who are your characters?
I have so many. None of them were high tier in Smash 4. Let's just put it that way. I guess I mained Charizard, Ike, and Lucas in Smash 4. And they were all solid mid. Some would argue that Charizard was probably low tier. Now in Smash Bros. Ultimate, Charizard got pushed back into Pokemon Trainer, which I'm unsure what tier that'll be in. Ike is looking to be mid to high, and Lucas, I'm not sure yet, but I'm looking forward to all those characters getting buffed. And I'm also, probably for the first time in a while, I'm going to spend the first few weeks just playing every character, because there's just so many characters and so many new ones that I feel like I might just have to do some soul searching to find my new true love.
So, what about you, Vegas?
Well, no. I was wondering about what Dandera said right now about Charizard being folded into the Pokemon Trainer. Feel about that? I mean, is that gonna make you like, oh well, Charizard is great, but who is it, Ivysaur or whatever?
So what did they do to that character exactly? I know Pokemon Trainer's there, but Charizard is no longer separate, or is he? She?
Charizard is no longer separate. It's one character.
So do you have to do down B to switch out like you did the old days?
Yeah, down B switches them out. Although it's not quite like Brawl, because the switching out is no longer quite a disadvantage as it was in Brawl. There's a lot of invincibility frames. It's a lot faster. I guess I am sad that Charizard's Rock Smash is gone, because that was a good option for landing sometimes. But yeah, basically it's it's almost exactly like Brawl. Down B cycles through them, and you can switch between Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. Which will be very interesting, to say the least. And I look forward to actually getting to learn Squirtle and Ivysaur, because I never really played them in Brawl. So, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how that develops.
You're at least optimistic about them.
Yeah,
overall.
Yeah,
I'm optimistic about it.
So I'm interested. The graphics look really good to me. They have some nice things going on with the shaders. So I'm thinking aesthetically, I'm really excited about the game to see it on a big old TV. But I did notice there's a lot of people complaining that the characters are getting lost because there's so much extra effects going on. Have y'all seen any game footage and noticed that, where it's hard to track your characters?
No, I've been kind of on a blackout. Don't really. I mean, besides the direct,
okay,
I haven't really tried to follow, not pay too much attention, just because I know I'm gonna get it. So
right. And I've honestly been kind of out of the loop. I've been digging through some changes today. What about you, Dandera? You're more of the person that's actually competing against people. Do you think that's going to be bringing causing some problems?
For one-on-ones, probably not. The new particle effects, when you're sun flying, the big clouds that get left behind you, those are definitely going to be distracting in bigger battles, the more casual 8-player battles, or your occasional in bracket your 2v2s. That might get a bit disorientating, because the more you have to look at, the more busy the screen, the harder it is to keep track of. But for standard one-on-ones, I don't think it'll be that big of a problem.
Okay.
But when it comes to 8-player battles, it's going to be hectic. It's going to be hard to follow. But then again,
which they always
was it ever easy to follow what was going on in those 8-player battles?
No.
Yeah, it
was a mess.
It's supposed to be chaos. I feel like that's the point.
Yeah, and if you're going to play 8 players, that's local, and you got everybody crammed around a TV. Now whenever Smash Wii U was out, nowadays they sell 60-inch TVs like they're candy for $400-$500. But back then you'd be huddled around a 32-inch TV, and with 8 players on the screen, that's insane.
Yeah.
So one thing that I did notice, I'm really looking forward to, is the multiplayer options. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I'm going to be looking into it this week. There is some sort of tournament battle mode to where you can have 4 people playing at a time, and then there's like a bench on the side visually, and those people can go and do little mini games, or they can do practice runs before they get into the big fight, and it will switch you out in and out of battles. I think that's going to be really good for the community, especially GW, because now we can get in, probably 8 to 12 people all in the room at the same time, keep us in voice chat, and just have a good time, and swap in and out. Are there any gameplay features that you are excited about or that you've been thinking about?
Not particularly. I guess like for standard multiplayer, I'm probably just going to do more or less the same. That's because I don't know, I just like stock battles.
Gotcha.
Beyond that, not particularly. I know that the Direct focused a lot on new game modes and ways to play, but frankly, those didn't really interest me that much. Yeah. I already know what I want out of a Smash game, and it's not that.
So, do y'all plan on playing online a lot, or just solo or competitive? Wagos, what are you planning on doing with the game?
I think I'm gonna be. I have gone through like a stint of Street Fighter, playing it a lot online, and when Smash did a lot online as well, but I never really got good at it.
Gotcha.
I like some of the changes they did mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough to like really get me interested in it, but I think I also like some of the better online features, like little things like being able to play maps without hazards, or more varieties of like Omega and Battlefield mode, as opposed to
every level has a version of that, right?
I mean, I like that, but I think the biggest thing for me were the changes mechanically. Maybe that's enough.
Okay. So one big mechanical change I think Dandera was talking about was that whenever you are falling in the air, you can only do one dodge in the air now, and then you drop. Like, is that one of the changes you're looking at?
Yeah, I think it's more like the air dodge, kind of like it was in Melee, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's exactly like it was in Melee.
Yeah, it's like a directional air dodge, and yeah, you're vulnerable after you do it.
Yeah, it'll make battles in the air a lot more interesting. Because Smash 4 was all about reading the air dodge when you were up there.
And that got annoying for me, honestly.
Yeah, and it also got really tempting to just spam air dodge whenever you were off the ground. Even though that wasn't really a good strategy, but it was tempting.
Well, it wasn't one of the top tier characters like Sheik, and she has a really good ability to like hit things far away in the air and jump off of them. Or am I remembering that wrong?
Later in the like towards after all the DLC was released, top tier was Bayonetta with like no discussion about it was Bayonetta.
Why is that?
Because she had 0 to death combos. Basically, it was a lot of her combos were very, very good. She could juggle. She could. A lot of her combo starters were very safe. She could go in for a combo start, and if you dodged it or shielded it, she could get away without any kind of risk. And once she got you in a combo, unless you managed to DI out, you ran a high risk of either racking up a lot of damage or just straight up dying. And a lot of that had to do with just how good her combos were in the air and how hard of a time a lot of characters had getting out of them, especially heavies and fast fallers. As for Sheik, she was very, very high tier at the start, but she got nerfed pretty hard as the game went on. Having trouble remembering now. Yeah, she was always high tier though.
Gotcha. So one thing that I'm seeing that's a major mechanical change are final smash attacks. They've been changed. What I'm reading here, they've been changed, modified, or outright overhauled to be faster and dependent on a single attack. So now you can't have what is it? Was it Fox that would jump in like a tank and you just run around and destroy everybody? Now you just hit them and it goes into Final Smash. What do y'all think about that? Like, is that going to make it more competitive?
I don't know if that is going to make it more competitive. I think using it as, switching from the Smash Ball to the meter, the bar.
Yeah. Is that different? Like, I've seen the Smash Ball still, but now there's it's a bar. What do you know about it, Wagos? Because I might not understand it completely.
So in the rules, you can choose whether you want it to be the Smash Ball, which just floats about as it always has. And then, that's kind of messed up because let's say I'm playing just against you to see who's better. And the Smash Ball appears closer to you. Well, you're just going to get a free kill, right?
Yeah.
Usually that's why it gets turned off in tournaments and stuff like that. Well, now it works like a Street Fighter Super. You build it up by doing attacks and whatever. You build up your bar, and then you use it. I'm not convinced that it's competitive anyway, because it is kind of like a free kill mechanic. It might not be like as much counterplay as like there is in Street Fighter or any other fighting game, but at least it's something. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll see tournaments where people turn it on.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Dandera, do you think they're going to turn that on or just leave it off?
I personally I would personally go either way. As for the general discussion that I've seen around, I think I see a lot of sentiment of turning it off. Because I guess just ever since it was introduced in Brawl, Final Smash has been off, and people just don't want it to change. I personally think it would be pretty interesting, especially since the meter is less random. Because the problem with the Smash Ball was that it was random, and people don't like random chance in tests of skill because it kind of defeats the purpose. But you could make an argument that the Smash meter is a lot more fair, because then it's again, like Juego said, it's a lot like Street Fighter, where everybody has that bar that they build up, and that becomes part of the strategy. Like if you could, so far, like in Smash 4, the typical game was, what was it, 6 minutes, 2 stock. But I guess if you wanted to factor in the Smash bar, what you could do is maybe, since the Smash bar will maybe make the games a bit quicker, maybe put it up to 3 stocks with the Smash meter on. And not only would that make for a more exciting game, because nothing's more exciting than watching Ultimate go off in the middle of a game, because that's quite a hype moment, especially for the spectators, which would probably be a plus for the community. You need to keep people interested, and Final Smashes are interesting. They're a spectacle on the screen. But I would say that it's probably not going to happen because there's a lot of resistance to it. I personally think would be exciting though, and especially now that it's a bit more not random. You can actually plan for that smash attack.
Gotcha. So one thing I did notice, so somewhere they said the build-up version is weaker than the Smash Ball. So I guess they're doing that to just keep it competitive. So it's not like y'all said earlier, it's like instant kill. I think it's supposed to be toned down a little bit.
Basically,
so, yeah. Okay, so are there any other things you are looking forward to in Smash, or do y'all want to go ahead and jump on to the next thing I got on the list?
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay.
I think you can just move on.
I can share a little bit. I think me, this is gonna be the first time since middle school that I'm gonna have someone to play with every day. Smash Brothers. Just thinking about that, for me, that's pretty big. It means I'm gonna be playing it every day. I might even get decent at the game and play it online more. So I think Smash.
Yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to, honestly.
This is gonna be the one that I'm the most invested in.
Like, granted, I played a lot with everybody during Wii U, but anything before that, I didn't play with anybody except for like siblings or whoever was just around. Going over to a friend's house. So yeah, I think that'll be a good thing. So one thing that I kind of wanted to ask what y'all think about. I have a personal investment in this character. I told you I already like him a lot. But Sakurai. Did I say his name right? Is it Sakurai or is it Sakurai?
I think you said it right.
Okay.
I think it is, yeah, Sakurai.
So, y'all know with the spirits mode, that Kirby is the sole survivor out of every single character in Nintendo canon and all the others. Do y'all think that's fair? Do you think one of your favorites should have survived for that one, for the story mode, or what do y'all think about that?
I think it's great. I mean, I don't think it's great. I think it's fine. I mean, it's Kirby. It's his baby, and really Kirby's huge. He's popular. He's super popular, especially in Japan. There's nothing wrong with Kirby. Kirby as much, but hey, he's fine.
Yeah. What do you think, Dandera?
I think Kirby has taken his rightful throne at as the true ruler of the universe.
Amen.
I am all for this. Kirby is God.
He's gonna be S tier in competitive.
So here's my my theory. That's why his games are so easy, because there's no point in anybody really fighting him. Yeah. He just eat everybody in the universe and just walk along. It's real chill.
Does he have to save the galaxy for people to understand how powerful he is?
Right.
He's literally Thanos level of power.
Thanos.
Kirby would beat Thanos. Let's be real.
No, Kirby would eat Thanos.
Yeah.
It would be over. He just looked like a big glove running around like a Chef Boyardee character.
That's the dark secret to this game. I think that you think, oh, I'm gonna go and rescue Mario. No, I'm sorry, Mario is dead. You're making a copy of Mario.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's messed up. So they're copies. It's not like they're real.
Clones, Travis.
That's messed up. So is this like the Clone Wars? Because that was a terrible thing that Marvel did, but that's kind of cool actually. I'm thinking Spider-Man Clone Wars. I'm not even thinking about Star Wars.
I don't know that Clone Wars have ever been a good thing.
No, they really haven't. But this looks cool. I'm super excited about the single player modes because it looks like it's well done. To me, I actually like this idea better than trophies. I think there's a bit of contention right now with trophies. Everybody's ticked off that they're not making, which they're wonderful 3D models, but there's just not much to it to me.
No, this is way better. This is just way better. So did you guys do, well, you did play Melee. Did you do the what were they called in Melee, events or something like that? There were 50 of them, 51 with
I hated them. They felt disjointed to me.
Okay, but they were like a weird little minigame. They were not really
right.
Cool, different scenarios,
Mm-hmm.
They felt limited. I wish there had been 300 of them and they were more creative.
Yeah.
I did all of them. I thought they were fun. I wanted more single player content, so to me that kind of filled the spot.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this one is, right? This is that ad infinitum.
Right, but it's held together rather than just being kind of randomness. That's what I like about it. I like the purpose of it.
Yeah, you get a reward every time. There's other mechanics and systems that come into play. I don't think of myself as the type of I'm gonna be there every day.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling me in. I don't know. I might actually hit this up.
Yeah. No, that's I think one of the things I'm looking forward to the most. Karkashan saying that she's so glad the trophies are not coming back. So we have another one that's Team Spirits. The Entei and Majora's Mask events were the best, according to her. So yeah, I was expecting some different opinions here. Dandera, are you Team Trophy or are you Team Spirit?
Spirits all the way. I honestly never touched the trophies in Smash 4. They were just there.
Like looking at them.
I mean, looking at them is fun and all, but I didn't see the point in it. But
as I would have liked them as a kid, because as a growing artist, Like, to me, that would have been cool as a kid to be able to look at them, pose them, and draw them and all these different things. So I can understand that from like a little kid's level. But as I think this works out, Karkashan's chiming in again. It's kind of the trophy gotcha system in Smash 4. It just made them feel like they were worthless. They didn't really have any value to them. So, I think that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I agree.
So,
yeah.
So another thing that I was going to ask y'all, what about the representation of various series in Smash Brothers? Do you think there are any that are overrepresented or underrepresented in Smash?
People always say Fire Emblem, but not really seeing it that much.
Yeah,
that it's overrepresented?
I'll fight anybody who says that Fire Emblem is overrepresented. It's just like, no, shut up. I like Fire Emblem.
It's a lot of mirror characters. I like Fire Emblem too, but
Okay, I can dig that maybe there should be more of a difference between Roy and Marth and whatever you want, Lucina and Marth. I can get
that's
that.
what I want. Because
at least they admitted that Chrom and Lucina are echoes.
Right. Well, I mean, it's like what? There's three or four real character fighting types, and
there's four, like, very distinguishably unique. There's Corrin, or I guess like three. I guess there's Corrin, Ike, and the Marth and the Marth kind of clones. Lucina being the direct echo of Marth, and then they kind of classed Roy as his own, and Chrom as an echo of.
Right, and there's seven characters,
and then the fourth one's Robin. Yeah. So there's I'm looking at them. Yeah, there's 7 characters. 2 of them are echoes, and you could argue that 4 of them are more or less derivatives of Marth, including Marth as the 4th character. Although I will say that the way they play Roy and Chrom is extremely different from Marth and Lucina. Roy is very much a rush-down character. I mean, technically his side B Dancing Blade is kind of the same thing, and a couple of his aerials look the same, although, to be fair, what else are you going to do with a sword like that?
Yeah.
But in terms of their playstyle, Marth and Lucina are more spacers. Like they're all about spacing and setups, like setting up combos and setting up kills. And Roy, and I'm assuming since Chrom is an echo of Roy, they're rushdown characters. They're a lot more aggressive in your face. And I guess the way that's really clearly the way you can really see that is the sweet spots of their hitboxes. Marth has the tipper, where if you hit him on the tip of their sword, it's a lot stronger knockback. But Roy, it's the opposite. The hilt of his sword is the sweet spot. So it encourages a lot more aggressive in-your-face play. So I don't know, that I see a lot of difference between all of them, minus the echoes, of course. So I guess that's my counter argument to that.
So one series that I think is really well represented. I'm not saying it's too much, because I think if I said it was too much, Wagos would not be happy with me. But I think Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, has a really good representation. I like the play styles of Link all being different. I like the Sheik versus Zelda stuff. And the fact that you have Ganondorf is great. That kind of power hitter in the whole mix.
And with an actual sword this time.
Oh, he has a sword this time? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, all of his smash attacks are with his sword.
So let me get this, though. Is Ganondorf, does he have a different moveset than Captain Falcon now?
His tilts and specials are still the same.
Does he count as an echo?
No. He
Really?
does not.
I wish he was more unique, but I've always liked Ganondorf.
Oh, yeah. He's hard to use, though. Like, you had to have your timing downs really well.
It's very fundamental. He's so slow.
One series that I think might be overrepresented, and I might catch some heat from this, Pokemon. I don't need Pichu. Like, if there's anybody on the roster that I would just get rid of, it'd probably be Pichu. Because, I mean, you already have Pikachu. Pichu's just kind of, there.
Yeah, but I feel that way about young Link. I think they could have
Really?
just done away with them. Yeah.
See, to me, I kind of like the young Link because of the character. There's some differences in there. But, you know, it is kind of like that. I mean, Pichu's like a mini chibi Pikachu in a way. So.
Yeah. But
yes,
I do agree a little bit more against Pichu because he's just one out of like how many Pokemon are there now, and he never really caught
4 billion.
on popularly. He's not Pikachu. He's just not Pikachu, right?
There's 8 Pokemon on the roster.
If you count Pokemon Trainer as one character. If you count Pokemon Trainer as 3, there's 11, yeah.
Well, I wasn't even counting Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah, the trainer is a fantastic thing. It's like all the trainer Pokemons. I think that's great, right? You can't really count that against the franchise.
Well, I mean, okay, so Pokemon that are not trainer related is Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Pichu, Mewtwo. I lied. Pokemon Trainer is counting that, and he has 3. Then it's Lucario, that freaking frog dude, I can't remember his name, and Incineroar, the furry wrestler.
Greninja. Tony the Tiger.
Greninja. And Tony the
Tiger, there you go. He looks, honestly, he looks really fun to me. Like when I first saw him in the trailer or in the direct, I said, another Pokemon, who cares? And then I actually saw the gameplay. I was like, no, fantastic job.
I really like his.
I'm gonna play him.
I really like his moveset too, like a lot. But it's a little too furry for me. I hate to say this, but
he's a Pokemon.
Yeah. He's a Pokemon. That's how I'm going to legitimize it.
Yeah.
So, one series I want to see more representation of is Xenoblade. Like, I really hope that the Fighters Pass brings in either Rex or Mithra or Pyra. I'd love to see a Pyra Mithra combo.
Pyra Mithra would be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a Zelda Chic type.
Yes, that would sell it for me. And even with the, I know people are complaining about that she has leggings now on Smash.
Right.
But Karkashan's saying, watch it be Malos in his special, or his move's going to be calling people little shits. Yeah, that'll get an E rating.
Yeah. Well, in Japan, they probably don't care, right?
Yeah, but
culture with swear words over there.
That is true. Are there any, like, I don't think there's any cuss words in the game anywhere, so. But
I would take Elma. I really want Elma from Xenoblade. I think.
I would like that. I'd like some Xenoblade Chronicles X characters, and to be able to call in a mech as your ultimate smash.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And she's also the rightful protagonist, right? Of
Xenoblade. That is true. Spoiler alert. That kind of thing. Do we need to say that, or should we just leave that out?
You might, because it might get remastered. But,
fingers crossed.
Oh, dude, I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
But yes.
So would I.
I want to see that in better quality graphics. It was already brilliant and beautiful, but I need that game again. What were you saying, Wegos?
Honestly, that game, you can just crank it all the way up to 4K, and you get a huge benefit from it.
Oh, dude,
because of the camera.
That'd be my dream. I really enjoyed that game. Like, I like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I like the battle systems in 2. But to me, the adventure of Xenoblade Chronicles X, the kind of wonderment of finding these new things, really brought it home for me. I liked 1. Don't get me wrong. I think 1 had the best story out of all of them. But as a pure adventure and RPG style game, and the concept of size was the big thing for me in that game. You started out on foot, and the world seemed big. Then you got in your Skell, which is the robots in the game, and you started running around. The world still seemed humongous, but you're able to go through further and further. Well, then once you be able to fly, you could really get a scope and size of how humongous this game world really was. And it made you feel like you were on another planet and being overwhelmed by the sheer size of everything. Sorry, I got a little bit too much into Xenoblade right there.
I completely agree, and I think we're just gonna have to do a podcast on that separately.
Oh gosh, I'd do a Xenoblade podcast any day. But yeah, I agree with you on that.
So that's one that's underrepresented.
I think so.
And I feel like I just got to say this. I'm not even a fan of the series myself. I've only ever played like one game in it. Mm-hmm. But just for the sake of it, Sonic needs another character. Like,
yeah, I would think
no Sonic friends.
I'd be okay with Tails or Knuckles.
Like, it's Sonic such a major. I know it's not Nintendo, but like, Sonic is such a major franchise. It needs more than one rep. Yeah. Like I understand like Metal Gear and Punch Out and like all those other series only having one rep because they're kind of minor games, but like Sonic, like come on, just one. Sonic, yeah, it's like it needs more than one. Just like give him one of his friends, even if it's just an echo.
It's Sonic, right? It's cursed. So if you want Knuckles, they're gonna give you Tails. If you want Shadow, they're gonna give you like the Metal Wolf or some crap.
I don't care. It's just something. And to be entirely honest, I'm not gonna even play whatever character they add if they add one, because I honestly don't care that much about Sonic. But I'm just being real when I say that like Sonic deserves more than one rep.
Oh, I agree with the justice side of it. Yeah, it's Sonic.
So one character I'm more excited about than I thought I was going to be, just because the character's animations are ridiculous. King K Rool looks stupid. Oh God, yes. Like it's stupidly good. Have y'all seen his Ultimate Smash?
Yeah. Oh my God. I just got to say, King K Rool, watching all of his animations, his moves, his trailer was just a pure nostalgia trip for me, because my first video game was DK64.
Oh man!
So like this is just
DK rap.
Oh my God! Oh, I can sing the entire thing from start to finish from heart.
We need that one day, by the way, for reasons.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll record it.
So no, I really like DK64 too. Like I don't know a whole lot of people that enjoyed that game, but I really enjoyed that. And Donkey Kong Country was another big game for me growing up as a kid. Like, I remember getting that and was just amazed at the pre-rendered computer graphics and how good a game could look on the Super Nintendo. And so I probably played Donkey Kong Country way too many hours. Nowadays, it just ticks me off. Like, I get stressed out with games like that. But it was a good time back when I had patience and didn't have to worry about blood pressure. So, but I love his animations, and I don't know, Wagos, have you seen his Smash yet? Or his,
No, so actually, I think that's the last bit of Smash footage I saw during the Direct. So that was when they released him. And I haven't seen him in action at all.
I don't want to ruin this one for you. It's just too good.
I'll just wait for when the game comes out in 3 days.
Yeah, so
his animations are so goofy. It's just perfect.
It's great.
I'm probably going to play him a lot, to be real.
So, are there any like series outside of Nintendo that y'all want to see be represented in a future Smash?
Yes. Oh yes, I need to plug this one, dude. Monster Hunter. He's way underrepresented, dude. It's literally made for this. Side B would be, the great sword. Oh, B would be a different sword. Like, come on.
You know what they'd put in there, though, right? It'd be a Palico. There'd just be some cats running around.
I'd be cool with this. The only way I wouldn't be cool with it is if it was like Chacha or Kayamba or whatever. Like,
yeah.
No, but that's either the Monster Hunter or the Palico. I'd be like, that's great.
What about you? Any ideas?
Marvel.
What's that?
They put the Monster Hunter in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't mind seeing a Marvel character in this
I
game.
also posted that right now. Yep.
Like, I'd be okay with like a Spider-Man or something in this game.
True.
But
You know that's a thing. If you can have let's because some people say, well, we need Goku, right? That's gonna come up at some point.
yeah.
Goku,
I think he'd be okay character.
But if you can have Goku, why can't you have Spider-Man?
Right.
Or
Yeah.
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter. This is going way out in left field now.
Yeah, Gandalf.
I want Gandalf in this game now that you've said it. So Karkashan's basically going in, no, stop! She said there's already a fighting game concept done for Monster Hunter via
MVCI. That's what I meant.
Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that this is just me fanboying, but I need Shantae in Smash. I'm not letting go.
You're not letting go.
I'm not letting go. I need Shantae in Smash. I just need it. I know she's a spirit now, and I'm very happy that she's been acknowledged at all. But until all the DLC characters are out and announced, I'm not letting go of Shantae for Smash. I gotta hold on to hope.
Here's a fun question though. They put a piranha plant, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a mob. That's a monster in Mario Bros. That's an enemy.
Yeah, Piranha Plant.
You could do a Metroid.
Piranha Plant is like way out there.
Yeah.
Like I'm really excited about that character though.
So why can't you play as a Metroid?
Metroid would be interesting, but yeah, like a Piranha Plant. Everybody in my Smash Discord is no joke going to at least secondary main Piranha Plant.
Oh, yeah,
it's just a meme at this point. You have to.
It's funny, like they made the Duck Hunt dog seem like a totally common sense character now. Like, oh yeah, it's a dog.
Oh yeah,
of course. That's whatever. Just because that's how that's how crazy the Piranha Plant is.
Oh, and it's one of those tricky characters too. It's made to be something weird. There were some good reaction videos online. People just losing their mind because Nintendo's really good about pulling some stuff way out of the hat that you just won't expect. So the last big question, who do you think you're going to actually main with in this upcoming game? Who is going to be your go-to character?
Probably Ike.
Ike? Okay.
Yeah. I did main him in Smash 4 for the longest time, but I just gave up on him after a while because he was just outclassed. He was never bad, but I just couldn't get any results with him. But now he's got a huge buff moving into Smash Ultimate, so I'm looking forward to picking him up again.
Gotcha.
He was my most played in Smash 4 as well. How did he get buffed?
His down tilt is safer. His combos are more reliable, and his up throw kills now. Or is it his up throw or his forward throw? I can't. One of his throws is a kill throw now, and he didn't have that in Smash 4. Because like I found like in Smash 4, he was pretty easy to kill off stage, and I mean he's still going to be easy to kill on stage, but now that the whole air dodge thing is a thing, everybody's going to be easy to kill off stage. So there's that. And also, so the biggest thing was that his down tilt is safe on shield now, which is a huge plus because basically he can just throw out his combo starter whenever he wants, and for the most part, not get punished for it. So I'm looking forward to that. Just spam down tilt. That's how you play.
So I was a big fan of Little Mac in the game. In the last game. Because of how fast he was, but I'm going to have to go back to Kirby. Or I'm going to have to go to Shulk. I hear he's a little bit easier to deal with. I had a hard time getting his powers lined up correctly, so I hear there's a better way they're doing it.
Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah. Karkashan's going for female Corrin. Possibly.
Good choice.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna go for. I mean, like I said, I used to play Ike the most. But I think the last times that I was playing it with my brother, I was liking Donkey Kong a lot because I never learned how to play Donkey Kong, and just going back to him is like, oh, hold on, this is really fun.
Yeah, I've been seeing some.
Much. I'm gonna have to mess around with the new characters, like the Inkling.
Oh yeah,
huge.
Oh, I want to try the Inkling so bad.
The Inklings look so weird. Oh my god, they're so confusing.
And I see people are saying that Isabella from Animal Crossing, that she's fun to play with, but she doesn't have a lot of kill moves. But apparently she's got a mine that can be left on the ground that people can accidentally run into, and that's been annoying everybody.
Yeah, so, Isabella's a setup character. Like setting traps. A lot like it's kind of like the same play style as Snake, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So like planning out traps, that kind of thing.
Gotcha. All right, guys. Well, do y'all have any other things y'all want to bring up? We'll go ahead and bring the show to a close.
I guess I just got to say is, why did Nintendo have to start making good games while I was in college?
We were talking about this before the show. I got lucky. I was in college at the end of the Wii era, so I didn't have much to really play other than Skyward Sword. And honestly, I know Wagos is not going to agree with me on this, but to me, that was the worst Zelda. So I didn't really have much to play. So I was able to focus on college. Yeah, you're in a tough time, Dandera. How do you do it?
Well, there's grades, sleep, social life, and Nintendo. Pick two.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so no sleep, guys. Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and close off the show. Thanks for joining in. Thanks to Karkashan for kind of getting this idea together. And maybe we can do a couple of these in the future and go over some different games. If y'all come up with some ideas, let me know. So y'all have a good one, and I appreciate you hopping in.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
Growness.
You too.